All right, I got a little bit of a drive here. Had a really nice hike with the dogs. Actually, I'm heading down the mountain here because I don't have an all-wheel drive vehicle, and we're getting right around freezing point, and it is drizzling. So I want to get to lower land before we get into some slick roads. Even now, it might be a little slick, so be slow and careful. Beautiful though. Had a really nice day with the dogs. Everyone's tuckered out. Want to talk about industry stuff. Anyone who knows me, I've been kind of a lone wolf most of my career. I have some dog trainer friends, but I don't go to conferences. I don't get followed by the popular dog trainers. I used to be members of organizations, IACP, until I realized that most of these are just ways to just figure out, and I had opportunities to do this a long time ago, just make money off of other professionals, which is okay to a point if you're going to offer something, but fake credibility, all of these are just made up by another trainer. There's no like accreditation, as far as like college level, if you say that you have that kind of degree. I actually do have a college level degree, so I know the difference, and even then it doesn't matter. I don't announce my BS, my Bachelor of Science in Psychology, unless someone asks or somebody's arguing with me as if they know better, and they probably barely have a high school degree, or they have like stupid online training course and all that. So anyway, a lot of the more popular trainers have these. They have their systems, they do their workshops, and not to say that I haven't learned from many trainers. I've talked with trainers with just questions about cases. I've read, studied, watched videos. I follow content all day long. I learn tons of stuff every day. Recently, a trainer who's really just kind of similar to the way I approach it, he articulated the way certain things are approached, when it comes to dog behavior, and it is the way I'm explaining it, but he said a couple points that I think would hit the nail on the head better for like an owner, like a regular dog owner to hear. So I use those terms, just a couple of these things, right? So it's helpful, but I've always been kind of an outlier. Now, there are some trainers who are very popular now that when I was more popular, when I had my show and things like that, and people saw I had some, would advertise more of the celebrity clients I work with, they would reach out, ask for help, ask for me to mention them, all that stuff. And now they're so big, they don't even know I exist. And that's good for them. I mean, if you can do the math, some of them are making a lot of money. But a lot of these accreditations, courses online, some of the courses are okay if they're very applied, but some of these people, you can tell it's just a money grab. They're just jumping in. Some of these people don't have enough experience to what I feel have the right to share information that the experience doesn't match, compared to maybe someone else that they should be listening to. I'm not saying just me, but there are some solid trainers that are just doing it for the craft, and maybe they do have a video course. But if they're doing these organizations and leveled up training, I'll say Nipopo and all that. I mean, even like one of, I think, the founders, I don't like saying names, but like he's out of it because there's controversy and politics. Who needs that shit? It's about the dogs. It's about the owners. Me as a professional dog trainer, 30 years, all I've gotten calls for, from the first case I've ever, and I remember the first case I ever trained for money, to the last case I saw last night, it's always needing real life skills in the dog or problems solved, not anything special. And it seems like, from what people tell me, and I've stepped in and trained after a lot of the most famous trainers here in LA have worked with these people, and people say that I'm doing a pretty good job. I'm getting the job done. There's other trainers that are as or more effective, but I think for what my clients here in this market need, and other places like Alaska where I've done this and have a house and do this, it works. Why? Because people say so, and they have me keep coming back, and they pay me good money for this, and they say good things and write good things. So I'd assume that it works. It's just that sometimes people feel that having labels is more valuable than experience. I guess that's the point I'm making. Sorry, I'm trying to not slide off the road. It seems like it's getting colder out as we go lower in altitude. So that's, be careful. A lot of trainers put all these letters next to it. I mean, I have doctors that have operated on me that don't put so many letters, dots, and commas next to their names. So anyway, look at the experience. Talk to other clients they've worked with. Meet them for an initial session. Allow, they should, if they do a group class or something, allow them. Watch their videos. I send tons of, you can see what I do online. You can see how I live with my dog, see what I am. If you don't like my personality, it's happened. Some people don't like the way I talk about things, the way that I'm not maybe as politically correct as they like. I'm a damn dog trainer. I have to be honest. I can't make people feel good in my speech. That's not going to help when all I'm talking about is dog stuff and my life with dogs, my dogs. So yeah, I guess the point was these organizations, if you're a dog trainer and you're insecure because you might not have that much experience, but like you feel that if you don't get the next certification and spend $5,000 on so-and-so's seminar, now to consult with other trainers, to join groups where everyone's civil. I just help create a group with a few trainers who are just kind of real people who just are non-bullshit. No one's egos are going, in a non-ego way, and not like monetizing at least our little community, trying to make money off each other. So, that's, be warned if you're a trainer or you're there is value in learning from your peers or more experienced people in your field, but when you're trying to just like make endless money, and it's not like cheap, people are charging a lot of money for so many things that I don't think the time they put into it is matching the amount that they're charging for, especially like pre-made courses and workshops. We have 20 people there and you're charging thousands a pop. Do the math. It's too much. And again, it's what are they learning? That go practice with rescue dogs. I mean, there's a lot of opportunities as a dog trainer to not have to pay to get time and hands-on experience, or get paid to have hands-on experience to learn more. I had a dog walking business for years while I was segueing into being a dog trainer. Pardon me. But I was doing that, just to have, do you mind if I train your dog, teach him how to walk better while I'm here letting him out for potty and, and feeding and all that? Sure, Brett, practice place training, when you're taking them out of their kennel and all that. Oh boy, and people ask me questions and we do a little, some things work, some things didn't. I apprenticed with another trainer who was just hands-on. I would just follow him around into cases, into the houses, and he'd have me handle, and I'd watch him do it. He'd do a class that I would assist with, and then some classroom work, like in his house, like we'd sit down in a classroom, and but most of it was hands-on. And really, what made me a good dog trainer is doing this for a long, long time, every single day, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. If you don't believe me, follow the paper trail. I have been doing this a long, long, long time, and that's fine. It just is, even after all this time. And when I used to think I needed it more, and I needed a college degree, because I went back to college later on. I was already a dog trainer when I went back and thought I needed that degree, and memberships to organizations. It all was kind of nonsensical, because the reality is I make a living and I'm helping people because of what I know, and basic tenets of conditioning, learning theory, instinct, human psychology, how humans interpret dogs, how dogs interpret humans, and the shared experiences they have that cause issues or lack of listening. I've been through it tens of thousands of times. That's why I really know what's going on, and I have a pretty good understanding of learning theory, yes, because of my college degree, which a lot of people claim to be a master at, but they haven't even taken a college level course, let alone have an actual degree in it. They just took an online thing or apprentice with a Karen Pryor type or something. Anyway, without going too off topic, so this is another mini podcast, I guess. I talk a lot, huh? But yeah, so that's that. So if we're going to do another podcast, this would be podcast number 119. I told myself I'm going to do a stream of consciousness that's more than 10 minutes, which we'll get it at 10 minutes. We're at 9 already. I'll make it a podcast. So podcast number 119, just talking about organizations and things like that. So also, if you're someone listening, please make sure you subscribe. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If you need training, Zoom training, Facebook training, phone coaching, dogtrainingla.com. Also, if you're in the Los Angeles area, Alaska area, I could help you in person. Thank you for listening, and send me questions, dogtrainingla@gmail.com. That always gives me some topics for discussion. But again, thanks for listening. Thanks for all the new followers, all the people who've been, especially on Facebook and YouTube. A lot of people have been following me on there. So thank you. Have a good night.